Sorry guys, I didn't know you guys couldn't hear me. Damn it. I was saying Reinhardt is a beat. Because fighting him, playing him, depending on however you look at it, he's very useful on both sides. He's like two sides of the same coin. If you use him, and you can use him great, he'll come out on top. Fighting him, you know the person's going to be good with him because everybody who picks him up knows what they're doing with Reinhardt. Literally. Oh, thank you. Reinhardt definitely deserves a B spot. I mean, I know a lot of people are angry or a lot of people don't like Reinhardt, but definitely Reinhardt is a B spot. Now, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna also do this because why not? So we're gonna put two characters at once in one section. It's going to be Bastion and Orisa. Beats. I'm pretty sure, obviously, putting both of them in one section, you know, it was completely obvious why they go together. I mean, you can't have pretzel. This isn't Twitch, JD. You don't have P coins here. It's on Twitch. So, literally, you can't have Bastion without Orisa. You can't have Orisa without Bastion. They both go into the same category for the same reason. They go great together. They're a combination of one. You got Orisa defending Bastion, while Bastion does the work for Orisa, while Orisa brings everybody to Bastion, and Bastion just pretty much melts everything that comes in the way. Pretzel. Who's the A? Reaper and McCree. Alright. Anyways. So, I just realized there's one more D. D. For the only person probably on this list with the letter D in their name. Doomfist. Horror, do you agree? Doomfist. If anybody can say one good thing about Doomfist, I'll put him at a C. If not, rest in peace, Doomfist. That his ultimate is good. I'll give him that. You can punch people in the face. Okay. How about one more? One more. And I'll put him at a C. Who's that? Yes, I love that answer. Who's that? That is Doomfist. He punches people. Literally. Alright. Alright. Doofus gets to see. I didn't know you guys cared. You guys saved Doomfist. Pretty much, yeah. Alright. Alright, moving on. So, let's go back to the healers. Let's go back to healers because we haven't put a healer in a while. So, the next healer, I believe that this healer definitely belongs in the B spot because they're not bad. They're really good at healing and their abilities are quite useful. Damn, whore. You were right on point. Anna. Holy crap, it's like you read my mind, dude. Definitely Anna. Anna gets the beat. Which, obviously, that's a good thing because Bridge is the C healer. So, Anna is the B healer. So, I know out of everybody here, Hor knows more about Anna. I know from my perspective, Anna can do damage and she can heal. The one thing that is good about Anna, that she can heal from far away. She doesn't even have to be close to you. She can heal from far away, but just by sniping you. She can throw a healing bottle that can also heal you, or if it's an enemy, cancel or prevent them from healing. And she has a nice ability. She could put people to sleep. Like, literally, how is that not useful? That is awesome. She could put people to sleep. Literally. And while they're asleep, anybody could just come and snipe them while they're sleeping and die in their sleep. That's pretty brutal. Literally. Horror, do you agree or disagree? Agreed. Nice. See, I told you I'm not playing favorites, you see? Now, on to another healer. Now, this one's a tough choice, but I believe that this is probably, you know, it probably suits best. So, I'm just gonna do it. Mercy's an A. Nana boost. Exactly. So, Mercy's the A. Mercy, in the past, if I remember correctly, Mercy could heal the entire team. Now she could heal one person at a time. But that doesn't stop her from not being an A healer. She's still very useful for that because she heals a lot. The fact that she can move and travel between people makes her pretty much almost really difficult to kill. And Mercy played correctly, you pretty much can't die. I mean, I remember I played like 2 or 3 games with Mercy, I didn't die. And I'm not a Mercy expert. But as long as you get the groove and the rhythm of Mercy, you cannot die with her. And literally, she's a very good healer to have on the team, just as long as they know how to stick to their role. But it's not just that. She can also make the team offensive, very offensive. Like giving a Bastion a full power charge, or giving a Diva, or anybody else, or a Pharah, in other words. She could stick with a Pharah in the sky and give her a boost while she's using her ult. Mm-hmm. That's why I put her as an A. She has a lot of good stuff, and literally it makes her a very reliable healer for the team. But she's still not the best healer on the team, of course. No. So, moving on. Whew. We have another C. Winston. Oh my lord. Winston as a C. So, what can I say about Winston? Winston is not a bad character. He's actually pretty fun to use, and he's funny. His The only thing stopping him from being a B would probably be his kind of damage output. His damage output, it's okay. It can hurt almost the whole team partial. It just doesn't do enough. I think Winston, personally, in my opinion, I think he's just there to try to stall or break the team apart, like separate. Like, he's one of the people I see that he's mostly like to go in and cause a huge distraction and cause chaos to the team. So personally, I believe that he belongs there. I mean, if he did a little bit more, like if his ult, for example, if his ult did a little more, then maybe. But his shield to cover as well too is still pretty reliable, as well as he could jump in the air and try to get out of battle. That's also useful. It's just the only thing killing him is his slight, you know, damage output is what it is. Just a slight damage output. But definitely. So, what do we got? Alright, so the next one is another damage. This damage is going to be this is a tough choice for me, because I don't know how I feel about this. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Junkrat, a C. Junkrat is powerful. His damage is very, very, very powerful. But the only thing that's, to me, I just don't think he does enough. I mean, yeah, he can blow stuff up. He can catch people in traps, which is pretty, good, because that's something you don't see a lot of people do. I mean, Widow has a trap, a poison trap, but he has a trap where he can snipe people. Literally, like, he also has the Riptire. The Riptire is very powerful, and it could wipe out the entire team if it wanted to, depending on how the health is. I mean, I'm not gonna say it could wipe out the entire health of the entire team, maybe one person. Or if you're unlucky, if you're Mercy, you get caught by the Riptire, you're pretty fucked. But literally, I feel like he belongs in the scene. You know, I just think that's where he is. He's a C average character for damage. And literally, so yeah. All right, moving on. So we're going to put another healer. So the next healer I'm gonna put is Zenyatta. He is a B. He goes with Ana. Zenyatta. I get him a lot. A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Like, you have no idea. I have played with this man so many times in Mystery Heroes. The guy, he's not my forte. He's not my taste. I don't like him. But as a hero for the team, he does keep his shit together. He has an ability where he can make, an opponent weaker. He has an ability where, if not, he can make a person on your team heal over time. He can attack from far. He can use a charge attack that could pretty much wipe you out in one shot if it wanted to. And then his ult, which keeps him at the B, can pretty much protect the entire team from being destroyed or wiped out or killed. And it also heals. So, can't complain about him not being anything but a B. He's not an A. He's a B. He stays at the B. I will give him that much. I'm not going to go overboard. He's a good character. He's good for a B. So, he stays there. Another person I'm going to put in the B, I am going to put Soldier 76. I have a lot of fun playing him. Soldier's fun. Soldier 76, not an issue with me. He has no problems whatsoever. He has an AR rifle. He can run, which is the only character in this entire game who can actually fucking run besides Sombra Invisible. But he can run. He can also heal. And his ult is pretty deadly. But it's not as powerful. That's probably the only thing that's not okay. His ult is good, just not powerful. I mean, if you team it up with a Sombra, then no, he can't make Dream Pallets. But Soldier 76 definitely belongs in the B for everything he does. All of his abilities. His ult is the only thing that doesn't do as much. In his Helix rockets, oh my god. That shit does at least 65 damage. That's pretty rough. Especially if you're fighting with Baby Diva or even Tracer. You can die in one shot with a Helix rocket. So, I should do a Rainbow Six. I also have to do Smite. Smite is another one I'm going to be doing, but that's going to be left for another day. So, let's see here. So, let's see. So, we're going to go back to another A. And we're going to go with Torbjorn as an A. Weird. I'm pretty sure you guys are like, what the fuck? Do the Crisis Core one. I will definitely bookmark it. Torbjorn as an A. I know a lot of people are probably like, what the fuck? Why? Or, why? Just why? Well, considering that Torbjorn had a rework, he kinda is a lot more useful now. And despite everything else, his abilities make him very, very deadly in combat. And including his ult, which in the past his ult wasn't as accurate, but now he can aim his ult wherever he wants. And including the turret, he can be pretty useful in the in a lot of locations. The turret could really be annoying. So that's why I put him at the A. I mean, come on, a lot of people play him, a lot of people get play of the game with him. If I didn't put him in A, he was definitely gonna be a B, but he needs the A because of how he is. And like I said, this list is pretty much me being straightforward about everything. I'm not, bullshitting. I'm not favoriting. This is the way I see how this is. So, literally. So, now, we are down to 7 characters left. So, for our very first S character, we are going to throw Hanzo. Broken Hanzo. Broken Hanzo is the first S. But Horror, do you agree with Hanzo being an S? Do I even need to mention why? I mean, before he was broken. He's still broken. But unlike the others, there's a lot of things that make Hanzo unique. For example, his stance, his weapon of choice, his abilities. He's so much more useful now than how he was before. Before in combat, he was like Widow, where he couldn't defend himself. He had the scatter arrow. The scatter arrow, if we still have that now, Hanzo will probably be a B. Or an A, I mean, not an S. But Hanzo has the ability where he could rapid fire in close range if he gets approached, making him still very deadly and dangerous in close range if, approached. He can also aim at high heights, not as accurate compared to Ana, Widow, or Ashe where they have an aiming sight. With Hanzo, it's really difficult, but if you can get the headshot off, either you're good or you got lucky. Half of the time it's all luck based. Half of the time it's literally broken hitboxes. Literally, including his ult. His ult is so awesome, and it could do some heavy damage to the team if they're not paying attention, including to shield holders as well. So Hanzo definitely, to me, he's a definitely S sniper. Like I said, he's under sniper, not for damage for me. Um, he literally has more abilities now than he did before, making him more of a hot choice compared to Widow. Because he could jump back and he could rapid fire. Compared to Widow, all she has is a trap and a little assault rifle. And she couldn't get away. But the odds of her getting away before Hanzo snipes her, 99.9% accurately possible. Meaning, before you even try to get hooked, you'll be dead. It's just how it is. Literally, it's literally how it is. So, I mean, broken hitbox, Mr. Spray and Pray. I mean, Hanzo, he's a cool character. I mean, like I said, I'm not rating for coolness. I'm rating how I see it. And Hanzo's an S. He's a superior sniper. A lot of people play him. A lot of people play Widow, but Hanzo just fits more the budget, more than Widow. Because he can fight off in close range. Widow cannot. So he beats her there. So our first S, Hanzo. Now, moving on. We are going to have another B. And I'm gonna go, obviously, we're gonna put, oh boy. I don't know. No, no, nah, nah, no. So yeah, nah. Symmetra's an A. Fuck that. No way. There was no way I can lie to myself like that. I was gonna say she's a B because they took away her ability, but to me, she is still dominant on the damage. Still dominant. Even with her rework, she still is still good. And I believe that she's a lot more useful than before because I remember playing her before. I literally had to be so close into the walls to put the turrets. But now I can literally throw them wherever I want. I could throw them hundreds of feet away and I don't even have to move from my spot. And compared to before where I had the shield generator, yeah, I miss it. And her ult is still useful. It's not bad, it's not broken, it's not helpful. It's still good. But I don't use it, I don't rely on it that much. Um literally like um Symmetra is just wonders. I mean, she has a teleporter that she could go and send a team anywhere, which makes it really good to move around. Her turrets could keep everybody in check and far back to protect the point or anything that you're trying to do. Her laser is so overpowered, it's bonkers. She could take down any defenseman depending on how long the charge of the laser has been going on for. She could pretty much melt through the god, just everything. Just everything. You know, I think the only thing stopping her from an S is literally just the shield generator. I mean, if we still had that, I mean, definitely, because that means she can pretty much not die as easy. Ouch. But yeah, so Symmetra, definitely an A. So now, as we get to it, now we're gonna add another one to the A, and we are going to add Moira. Moira at an A with Mercy. If I would have put Moira at a B, I probably would have never heard the end of it. And I wasn't planning on to anyway. Moira for an A is the best choice. Because Moira, she's good, but she's not great. She does have her flaws. She can heal from far away, she can do damage from far away. Her attack is pretty much infinite. It could go on forever. The healing, though, does not. And I'm glad it doesn't because that'll be way too overpowered. Then she'll definitely be higher up there. But and her ult, she could pretty much heal the entire team at once with the ult. But the ult will only last for like maybe 10 seconds or about 7. You know, and that does leave her in a vulnerable spot where she could be killed by something or trucked by Reinhardt if she's not paying attention or sniped. But other than that, she can escape. She can go in and out of battle. She can really mess up anybody in a one-on-one fight because let's be honest, Moira against any of these guys in A, if it's like Reaper or somebody, it depends. But if it's like a Mercy or a Symmetra or even a McCree, she'll win the fight one-on-one. Reaper will probably beat her because of his, you know, health steal. But other than that, Moira definitely has anybody else beat in the A category. But I believe it's the right choice for Moira. Is an A. Now we are down to 4. Now we're gonna go with another S, and the next S I'm gonna go with. Obviously, we're gonna go with Lucio. Lucio, out of all the healers, is probably the #1 most picked, besides Mercy. Lucio is picked for many reasons. The guy can speed run, the guy can go off walls, He can heal the entire team. He can speed up the entire team. And he can heal anybody that's within his radius. Not to mention he could boop people off the board. And if that wasn't enough, his ult is so fucking strong. He could pretty much give this team an entire huge buff of health. Make it pretty hard for you to kill anybody on a team the moment he activates that. And if you're not careful, of course, you could be booped off the map. But that's besides the point. Lucio, out of all the healers, deserves the S because he can heal the entire team. Mercy in the past, she could do that, but Lucio's the only one that can at this moment right now. So that's pretty much, that beats anybody. I mean, Moira could do it, but it's only for a short period of time. Lucio could do it endlessly with his ability or with his ult. So that's why I place him where he needs to be. He's an S for that reason. He's a very reliable, you know, healer. Alright, so we're down to 3. Oh. Just gonna get it over with. Even though I'm ripping my own heart and kicking it. But it's a solid truth. D.Va is in A for defense. Like, I've made this speech 100 times. D.Va, as an attacker, is probably one of the best defense attackers there is overall. There is nobody on the defense that is better at offense than she is. She's fucking amazing. But when it gets to defending as D.Va, it's a different story. Defending as D.Va, she could be killed really, really quickly. That's why I never play her on defense. Crab Rave. Literally everything. I love D.Va so much. D.Va is so awesome. Her abilities are great. She has a shield. She has air thrusters. She has mini rockets and an infinite minigun. Her ult, she can self-destruct and take out an entire team out at one shot. And literally, as Baby D.Va, you can pretty much get your ult back so quickly in a matter of seconds just by dealing damage. Everything is so good about D.Va. The only problem and the major flaw that she has, she can't defend herself. Her defense systems only operate for a short period of time, and then you have to fly away and leave out of battle. And the chances of you succeeding are very half, 50-50. Because you don't know if somebody is actually, you don't know if somebody's really chasing you. So it's tough. But yeah, that's pretty hard for me to say that. Even though I love D.Va so much, but D.Va is not an S. So now we're down to 2. Whoops. Roadhog. S. Definitely an S. And I do not disagree whatsoever. Because I started playing Roadhog a little bit, and Roadhog I believe is really good on both sides, offense and defense. I mean, when it gets to fighting, Roadhog is really dependable. He can heal, he can attack from far away, he does massive damage at close range. He could even hook line other heroes. Just literally just drag and drop their asses. I mean, even Farah, who's flying like 100 feet in the air, could be yanked down into his Mercy and be killed, including Mercy herself. And Diva could be yanked. Anybody could be yanked. But the fact that he can heal himself and he could do all that, and he has 600 health, his ult, if that wasn't bad enough, his ult can throw people off the board. And they can pretty much be flying into a wall for like a good long time until he's finished. Not to mention his yank, his chain. He can yank you to a hole, he can yank you off the board, just so you can fall. I mean, he could pretty much do anything on offense or defense. He's pretty much good on both sides. So, he's a pretty popular defense character. A lot of people misjudge him. A lot of people may not like it, but that's just the truth. He could do both sides. Literally, Diva can't. Diva can only do one side, but what can you do? I mean, Diva's, like I said, I give her the full props on being a really high damage and really useful for when it gets to trying to get everybody out of the way and getting everything done. But when it gets to defense, Diva doesn't meet the expectations. And when it gets to Roadhog, Roadhog can. He can do both. So, that's the whole main reason why Roadhog is an S. And then finally we have Bully May. S. For the damage, she's an S. Why? Her icicle. She could snipe with it. She could freeze people, slow them down, and then kill them, humiliate them. She could heal herself. She could heal herself to almost full, and she could build up a wall to block people in the entry zone, in their spawn point. Or she could protect herself by blocking herself from the team with the ice wall. And if that wasn't bad enough, she has her ult where she could freeze the entire team. And that ult lasts quite a long time. And then you want to know why Batista's all the way down there? Ask May. May can beat him in two different type of ways. She can pretty much put the wall to divide the ult that he has. Gone. With the fucking ability that he put. Gone. Literally. She could pretty much beat him. She doesn't even need to try. And then May literally, like, it's just so much. Like, everything that she does, whether it's freezing or damaging or healing herself or putting up a wall, even with the wall standing up, she gets her ult back so quickly. And May, a lot of people don't play May, but like I said, I rate everybody the way they are in battle and how useful they are and how good they could be for the team depending on the situation. Like I said, this isn't favorites, because obviously if it was, I would have put some of my characters up there, but none of my characters are in the S rank because every character I play has its flaws. Every character. Tracer, Sombra, Reaper, Diva, Symmetra, Moira, they all have flaws. That's why they're not in S rank. Literally, none of my characters are in S rank because all of my characters have flaws that, you know, I wish that they were fixed, but it's fine. So, literally, that's pretty much how I see it. Um, Definitely May being the last one. Pretty sure that was something a lot of people wasn't expecting, but you know, like I said, You know, this isn't favorites. It's pretty much how I see it. So I don't know what you guys think. I don't know. So I would hope that either some agree or disagree. I don't know. It all depends, really, because nobody has been saying anything for a while, so I don't know. But that's pretty much the list of what I think everybody belongs. So, I mean, it's not the greatest list, but at least everybody knows how I feel about it. So, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm glad I got it done now. So, I can move on with my life. So, anyways, you know, don't forget to leave something. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will be doing another one for Smite at another time, just not right now. Not after all this commotion, because Smite has way more people to work with, and I really don't have the ability to go through that again. So, oh lord. Anyways, I'll be streaming in a bit again. I'm just gonna get off of here as soon as I get on a PlayStation. So, yeah.